Hello, this is David Ollinger. I'm going to be showing off TikTok Take, our current build of the game. This screen right here, this is currently us testing out a lot of new models we've been adding to it. But for starters, I'm going to open up our current working level, as we have changed a lot about the game. This is our most current level. I'll actually have to adjust this to make sure it works, because I've been changing things in a different level. So it will be slightly different around here. Let's just adjust this real quick. Some live editing. Make sure the game looks nice for you. But we have reworked a lot of it. Ben has made a lot of fixes to the movement system. So we have mantling now. If the player is holding jump and they barely miss a ledge, their character will hop over the ledge now. We fixed a lot of bugs with, we made the grappling hook a lot better. And we added a lot of new effects. We've added new enemies to the game, as you'll see in this level once it loads up. We have also we've added in some items, I think, or I don't know if we have done any since last update, but we're still working on that, on adding more new items. The biggest thing is we've added a lot of new level designs. I'll turn this volume down. We've added a lot of new level designs. We've added this shader, as you can probably see across the screen. We're trying out some cell shading along with this outline renderer. And we've been doing ideas of having these doors have health bars to them. This is one design using with a switch. Here you see our new shotgun enemy. Currently something that I don't really have a model to, it's just a square, but it fires these big pellet sprays. You'll notice these enemies are spawning in really nice spots. Like, it looks a lot prettier when they're spawning, not just flying around you. And that's because we made a brand new spawning system. Instead of just randomly spawning enemies around the player, each room has a list of enemies that could spawn and a bunch of different spawn positions that they could spawn from, depending on what type of enemy they are. And excuse me, our spawn director now just simply picks which room is closest to you and spawns enemies there. Plus, also at the start of each round, at the start of each level, and whenever we need to for various reasons, we can tell all the room spawners to spawn enemies. That way we can get entire chunks of the world covered with enemies early on. Over here is our new fire bomber enemy. He launches down these pellets that explode on impact. So you see we have a lot more danger from the enemies. They can actually cause a lot of damage to the player now, which makes it a lot more fun. And up here you'll see another inclusion of ours. So, oh, I'm actually getting hit pretty hard right now. So we made the game much harder this way. And over here you'll see one of our new obstacles. We now have these lasers. They come in many different forms. This is one variation where I just set up a script test so I can rotate. These are very highly functional lasers. They deal damage if you touch them. And we can have them go in many ways. We can make them rotate. We can make them... we can just have them sitting there. We can have them turn on and off based on timers. But yeah, we have a lot of different functionality with our enemies now. So we're able to create a little spy room like this, where there's enemies all around firing at the player. Of course, we're still very much testing in this room. But I'll move on to more things we've added now. So I don't know if you saw in that room, so yeah, we had the drones also, but we have a lot of enemies that can spawn. And then, to show you just a little bit more, because I realize this video is getting long, sorry about that, we've added a lot. If I go over to our level theme testing scene, as you had seen, I'll be able to show off. We have been adding a bunch of new decor options, trying to make the game look better. Should adjust this real quick, because one thing that does happen is us making these very different scenes between the playable one and the testing one, is they do look quite different, because we're working on the visuals a lot right now. But we plan to have 3 different worlds in the game, one from ancient Greece, one from a sci-fi spaceship, and one from a medieval castle. So this is the one I've been able to put the most work into so far, is making the Greece level. As you can see, we have a bunch of assets that I've found online and gotten working in our game, and you see how they look so pretty and all fit together using our line renderer. This level actually is not using cell shader right now, because we're working on trying to make the cell shader better to work with these more. fancy looking assets. And also this is another idea for doors, having a breakable door that you can just shoot down. And here you can see something like Discobolus and other things like that. And there's a little stone golem. We found many things we're working on to add, but again, the movement all still works. The dash has been improved. Many things have been improved in the game. You see there's also the icon on the bottom. And I forgot to mention, if you press tab, I have no items in this scene. Well, if I had items, you'd be able to see an item menu. I can show that off in a second. But we have this level here, and if I go and pause it real quick, and I go here to the scene, and I grab my player, I can quickly just drag into the next scene so you can see what it looks like quickly, so you can see these other scenes. This is our space level right now. You can see it's looks pretty nice. And just to make sure you can see all of them, over here is the medieval level we're working on. We're trying to do very different color themes for them, so the medieval level will be much more red and black and gray. Whereas like the Greece level is very white and gold. And finally, I will go back to the previous scene, because this is a big thing that Ben worked on adding, so I'll make sure I show it off today. We have the items. You can see your own items inside a in-game quick pull-up menu by pressing tab. So once this loads in, oh look, we got the enemies happen to spawn in the exact same spots. It's pretty rare for that to happen. We'll see the enemies are very focused on getting the player to move, which is what the big thing we're focusing on with the enemies right now. And you'll see right here the mantling, that I jump here, and I made the jump there, but if I hold it and I don't quite make it, I kind of just pop up onto the ledge, which is very nice for gameplay. Sorry, I'm just going to try and get an item real quick. I can probably just put one into a scene if I don't have them show up right away. There we go. So I get this attack speed up item, and now if I want to see what items I have, I press tab, and over here, I have the item show up. I don't know if it works with all items yet, but I even have a way that some of them will be able to tell you what they do when you pull them up. But yeah, and here's a green one. But yeah, we currently have a lot of work on this. We have a little menu you can pull up. I think it is not quite working this scene. Ben has a scene where it works much better. But sadly, I do not know which scene that is, but that should be enough to show off what we all added to the game. Alright, thank you very much.